Hi, my name is Adelaide and I'm a bee-friendly beekeeper. I live in Italy, in Tuscany, and today I would like to talk to you about the importance of honeybees. But first of all, let me explain what I mean by bee-friendly beekeeping. Every day with my job, I study and research new methods to increase the resiliency of honeybees against new and old diseases, but also against climate change. You probably have heard from the media that bees are dying, and you probably have heard this famous phrase by Albert Einstein that says, "If the bee would disappear from the planet, man would only have 4 years left to live." Which probably is not a phrase by Albert Einstein and probably is not even true. But what I like about this phrase is that it points out the relationship between humans and bees. I take great care of our honeybees because they are really important for us and for the ecosystem. Firstly, they produce these delicious products like honey, that probably all of you have a jar of it in the kitchen. But they also produce royal jelly, propolis and pollen, which are products that are great for our health. Secondly, they pollinate 70% of the plants that produce our food. Do you imagine a life without melons, strawberries, avocados, apples, apricots, broccoli, and so on? The list is really long. Would you imagine like tomorrow you wake up, you go to the supermarket and all is empty? Last but not least, there is also another reason why bees are so important. Probably not many people know because you cannot taste it or you cannot see it. But what they do is that they don't only pollinate commercial crops, but they also pollinate wild species. And by doing this, they increase biodiversity. And did you know that nature's surviving strategy is biodiversity? So what bees do is that they go from flower to flower and they create new forms of life, new species, new forms of genetic diversity inside an ecosystem. And this is really important today with climate change, because if it's an extreme event happens, there will be some species that will survive because there's so much diversity there. What I like to think is that bees are creating biodiversity and nature is using them for its and our survival. If you want to know more about honeybees and how to protect them, stay tuned for more videos or join us at the Honeybee Safari in the heart of Tuscany in June. We will be talking about how to protect honeybees and we will get to really into the magical world of honeybees by learning, experiencing and having fun. Ciao!